Man is condemned to be free, because once thrown into the world, he is responsible for everything he does. Hell is other people. I exist, that is all, and I find it nauseating. Life has no meaning a priori. It is up to you to give it a meaning, and value is nothing but the meaning that you choose. Words are loaded pistols. Acting is a question of absorbing other people's personalities and adding some of your own experience. I do not think therefore I am a mule. To know what life is worth you have to risk it once in a while. Man is not the sum of what he has already, but rather the sum of what he does not yet have, of what he could have. Freedom is what we do with what is done to us. Suffering is the origin of consciousness. I'm going to smile, and my smile will sink down into your pupils, and heaven knows what it will become. Live your life as if you were the hero in your own movie. The best work is not what is most difficult for you, it is what you do best. Everything has been figured out, except how to live. The more sand that has escaped from the hourglass of our life, the clearer we should see through it. I carry my awareness of defeat like a banner of victory. 3 o'clock is always too late or too early for anything you want to do. I confuse things with their names, that is belief. We only become what we are by the radical and deep-seated refusal of that which others have made of us. If you're lonely when you're alone, you're in bad company. When the rich wage war, it's the poor who die. Man is a useless passion. In love, one and one are one. Nothingness lies coiled in the heart of being, like a worm. An individual chooses and makes himself. One always dies too soon or too late. And yet, life is there, finished, the line is drawn, and it must all be added up. You are nothing other than your life. Every existing thing is born without reason, prolongs itself out of weakness, and dies by chance. To do is to be. Life begins on the other side of despair. In the kingdom of consumption, the citizen is king. Man is a being whose project is to be God. Freedom is the possibility of isolation. You are free if you can withdraw from people, not having to seek them out for the sake of money, company, love, glory, or curiosity, for none of these reasons. Do not wait for the last judgment. It takes place every day. I may not be the same, but that's not important. No freedom, till we're equal, damn right I support it. Every human being is a recipe of humanity and a work of art, and this is the reason for every feeling of detachment. The feeling of separation, the thought that there are men in the street and that I am in the house, that there are some people in the other room and that I am not with them. For the idea as such is true, even if it has no reality, no object in existence, while the object is real, although it is permeated with unreality. Being is. Being is in itself. Being is what it is. A man is what he wills himself to be. Love is a reciprocal torture. It is only in our decisions that we are important. I have no need for good souls, an accomplice is what I wanted. The poor don't know that their function in life is to exercise our generosity. To eat is to appropriate by destruction. Nothingness, dear boy, is the opposite of being. I know. I know that I shall never get rid of the anguish of existence, I know that I shall never feel comforted, that is, as far as my knowledge goes. But I don't want comfort. I want God, I want poetry, I want real danger, I want freedom, I want goodness. I want sin. If literature isn't everything, it's not worth a single hour of someone's trouble. The more I accuse myself, the more I have a right to judge you. In football, everything is complicated by the presence of the opposite team. When a man is involved in an adventure, no burden is so heavy that it will not seem to him, on the contrary, a light and easy matter to bear. Better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. When we think of the most tragic moments in our lives, the things that bring us pain do not, in themselves, have the power to wound us so deeply. It is how we relate to them and how we think about them, our interpretation, that does the damage. The ideal doesn't have to be towering or deadly. It needn't crush or kill. It just has to be as small and sharp as a knife, the kind they use for very fine surgery. Existence is not something which lets itself be thought of from a distance, it must invade you suddenly, master you, weigh heavily on your heart like a great motionless beast, or else there is nothing at all. Man is a futile work of art, his existence has no justification. Do not let me hear of the wisdom of old men, but rather of their folly, their fear, their death. Nothing has changed in the history of life for man, ever since he appeared, all is well. He only awakes for a moment, he has taken on the best habits of the machines. And men will do well to be even better adjusted than that. There is no human nature since there is no God to have a conception of it. Man simply is. They are both weak, and by the first murder we know nothing about either one, by the second murder, they have learned what their words are worth. They want to reassure each other, because there are probably a good many months left to them. What is there to expect from them, if they are left? So they must know now whether they may consider their understanding, their habits, and their hearts still worth the trouble. We shall never again be taken in by the concept of God.